Let me tell you what that means. See, most of us have friends. I'm friends with Alan because, hey, what can Alan do for me? I'm going to be friends with Alan because he knows some people at the bank. I need blah, 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 blah. Really? Drink, sip, drink the water. But when I go, you know what? There is nothing Alan Dixon's friendship gives me except for Alan Dixon. I don't love him because there's something. Does that make sense? And when you get to that point, you get to pour it out. I have incredible friends. There's a Nigerian proverb that says, hold a true friend with both hands. There's two more you're going to wish I hadn't gotten to. One is my money. My provision. See, when it's about, hey, I got me a new job. I'm going to make this much an hour with this 401k and this, and we're sipping away. And it's like, because it's about us. I make 6 digits and I got this and I got that. And, you know, man, I'm glad I got that degree because it makes me this. And I'm this high in the company and we're climbing the ladder and we're stepping on people. All this stuff to get. Remember I talked about this last week, that thing about you finally get to the top of the ladder and you realize it was leaning on the wrong wall. You know? I mean, it's not about your 401k package and your retirement plan. And listen, it's not your money. It's not. And for a whole nother sermon, one day, I don't know when we'll get there, but we have to talk about that really hard. But my money is not my money. And when I think it is, I sip it and then it's over. But when I pour it out, what I'm saying is, oh God, 55% of the world lives on less than $2 a day. God, I am filthy rich. I don't know how I'm going to make ends meet by Friday, but I am rich, God, compared to 55% of the world. I am a rich, blessed man. In Joshua chapter 7, you don't have to turn there, I'm going to just tell you the story. Remember there was this guy that, well, the army went out and they just got hammered. And they should have won this easily. And Joshua goes, what's going on here? What's going on? And he finds out through this, you know, direction of the Lord that there's this guy who has... after the battle, he got the plunder and he began to keep it for himself. Remember? And he hid it in his tent. Remember? He's like, I'm holding on to this because this belongs to me. I'm entitled. Whoa! Hello! I deserve. Really? Here's some words we don't get to use in our house. Fair. That's not fair. Oh, you want to be fair? Let's be fair. You know, or entitled. There is no sense of entitlement. But this guy thought he was entitled to something. He takes it, he hides it in his tent, and the whole army gets wiped because God's mad. And God reveals through his circumstances, and the guy is found out. They take him outside of the camp and stone him to death and pile up rocks so they can go, you see that right there? That's because that guy drank it because he thought it was his. When I hold on to what is not mine, I don't pour it out. I sip it and it becomes waste. You can tell, I got to go here. I just have to do it. You can tell a person who is drinking and not pouring by what they talk about tithing. Okay, you're getting too close to home now. Do I really have to tithe 10%? No, you don't. You don't. But when Jesus said in the New Testament, remember he was saying, you've heard it said, thou shalt not kill. But I tell you, if you even look at anger, then it's worse than that. You've heard it said, do not lust, or do not commit adultery. But I tell you, if you even have a thought, remember that whole Jimmy Carter thing? If you even have a thought, it's worse than that. See, Jesus doesn't go by this standard in the old. Oh, wow, I only have to give 10%. Jesus goes, if he would have gone on here, he would have said, you've heard it said to give 10%. I tell you, it's all God's. So now it's not about, okay, I have to give 10%. Is it my gross or my net? Wow, what's wrong with us? Look, well, do you want God to bless your gross or your net? I don't, seriously. It's like, it's all here. God, it's all yours. God, I'm going to start at 10. I'm so dumb, I'm going to start there. And so I got my 10 here, but if it's 20 today, here's 20. If it's 80 today, here's 80. If it's my car, here's my car. We've gotten to give away stuff. It's just amazing. I'm telling you, this way to live is the most thrilling. It's like the mulberry trees are going whoosh, whoosh. When you start living like this, it's amazing. And so daily I'm going, God, what are you saying? Who needs what you've given me to loan? Who needs what's in my open hand? Because God, I'm not closing my fist, but when I close my fist, I drink it. But when I live open, it just flows right out. Does that make sense? This is how I live. This is how we're called to live. Don't get all sippy with your little water and going, 10%? Oh, I can't do 10%. Listen, even if you do, listen, God can stretch 90 farther than you can 100 anyway. So, seriously. My problem with the whole prosperity gospel is, well, it's a long story. That's a whole sermon. All right. The last one. Oh, I meant to say this about friendship. I have to tell you this sentence and then jump to the last one. You can tell a lot about a person by who his or her friends are. You can tell a lot about you. You can tell a lot about me by who my friends are. High school kids, I can tell a lot about you by who you hang with. Okay? Here's my last one that's holy to me, that I pour out. It's church. This is holy to me. This takes my breath away. Listen, you can tell a lot about a church by who its friends are. You can tell a lot about a church by who it's drawing. Is it the proud and the got it together, or is it the hurting and the needy? And the ones that need comfort, like Jerry was saying, and compassion. Ronnie Weaver came down this morning and hugged me and goes, oh, Rhonda's doing so awesome. And she wanted me to say thank you, because every meal, every visit, this church is helping her heal. Wow. One of the things, Wednesday night at business meeting, there were some just glaring things to me that we have to address coming up. Just where some needs are and where we're missing the boat during places. But one of the things I keep coming back to, just like with David and his little band of friends, this community thing. They loved each other. They really, he goes in passing, wow, remember that well? And these guys, it's like, hey, let's go do something that's holy. Listen, men, just by the way, read about these guys, okay? Ladies, give me a minute, ladies, okay? Men, I'm sorry. I'm trying to help change the culture of the church to make it more masculine. I really am. Because the church, ladies, it's isn't against you at all. But the church has been so feminized. Listen, read the rest of that chapter, guys. Read 1 Samuel 23 and tell me what you think about those men. I mean, they're killing lions out in the snowy pit, and they're like, this one guy takes on 300 and just cleans their clocks. I mean, just, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, never mind. Seriously though, But there was this, and so David goes, man, I went in that water, and these three guys, let's go get that. You know, there's just this love. Listen, that's holy. A church like that, when people drive down Charlotte, they're going to go, what was that noise? Oh, that was the wind blowing through the mulberry trees. Because the Spirit of God is doing something right there. Dennis Welch goes, Bobby, I can't put I'm telling you, God is up to something. God is up to something. Friday, a couple of guys came to this job I'm on. And it was just incredible. And where I'm working now, there's a young widow lady whose husband took his life and 2 children. And so these guys come by because I needed help on this one little thing. And I tell them, and they begin to pray that the wind of God would blow through this house. And begin to pray. And so Friday I told them, this was on Thursday. Yeah, Thursday. I told them it's on Thursday, and they begin to pray. So I go, pray that tomorrow God will give me a chance to tell this lady about Jesus. And so Friday, I said, her name, I've been praying for you. What? Yeah. Since I've been in this house, I've been praying for you. And she knows I know, but I don't know I don't have to know. I don't have to know the details. But I've been praying for you and your children. And I mean, it's just like the guard dropped and the water goes out. And there's this 10 minutes that we get to finish up tomorrow. It's when the wind blows. See, sipping, going, yeah, I got to go do my job. Yeah, I got to get out of here. I got to make my money. I got to go. Really? It's this. And so I show up at work going, God, what are you going to do today? What do you want me to do today? Who do I speak to? How do I pray? Just like David going, God, do I attack or do I not? Yeah, I'll go. Okay, now go. Do I go? Yeah, this time go. See, that's how we live. Does that make sense? The only way we live that way is that when we understand this is not about me. My marriage is not about me. My children are not about me. My calling, my money, my whatever, it's not about me getting my little thirst, what's the word, slaked? S-L-A-K-E-D, I think that's right. Getting my thirst slaked for a second, and then it's over. It's like I pour it out before the Lord. So here's the invitation. That bottle in your hand. This is a Tony Powell special right here. Isn't this beautiful? No, Tony always helps me with my little prop stuff. And Eddie Dixon built the swing. I mean, it's fun. Anyway, so yesterday Tony and I were talking. I go, I need 140 bottles of water and a place to pour them. What? And so I was telling him, so we got these pots, and he goes, okay, Renee, how do I make these look pretty? And so I don't think this is what Renee had in mind, hey, it's these men of David. All right. So here's what I want you to do. Now, you don't have to come up here and do it. First of all, don't do it if you're not ready to do it. I mean, you know what? Here's the deal. And nobody will judge you. You may need to turn yours and just knock it down. Because you go, you know what? I understand that. I'm not there. I can't give this up yet. Because I can't give up that it's not about me. Okay? It's okay. It is. It's okay. It is. I mean, for 40 years I lived that way. You know, it's okay. I don't curse my past. I blessed it. I blessed my past because it brought me to today, you know? And I was drinking my water because it's about to me be the glory. I mean, it was about me. But then there comes a place, there comes a time, and it's not an age thing. There just comes this time when you just really, really go, okay, that's what you're talking about, God. And I pray that Brooks doesn't wait until he's 40. God, let him get it today. God, let him from this day forward pour his water out every day. That he gets it. That it's not about him, it's about you. So for invitation, you don't have to do this. You don't. I know some of you can't physically. I get that. But I just want to give you an opportunity. There's a place on both sides. If you would go, God, I have lived about me, but today I give this part of my life to you. I've held on. Today's the day I pour it out to you because it's holy. I see now, and I've lost I'm breathless. God, I'm breathless because I see this whole time it was from you, for you, and not for me. And so I want to just give you a time to just pray, dump it out, leave it there, dump it on the carpet for all I care. I mean, I don't mean that bad, but some of you are going, no, what are you doing? You know what I mean. You may want to dump it out at home. I don't know. I would never tell you what to do. I want to give you an opportunity to tell the Lord physically, today, I am pouring this out as a drink offering to you. Okay, let's pray. Would you play right? If I let myself, God, I could really, really get sad and because of holding things when I shouldn't have. And I'm sorry, God. I'm sorry that I didn't get it before I got it. But I got it. And so because of that, I'm joyful. And the rest of my life, God, the rest of my life, I live open-handed as I pour out my water of Bethlehem before you. Because it's holy. God, things get holy when you show up. Because you are holy. We sang today, holy, holy, holy is the Lord God Almighty, was and is to come. And so when you invade parts of my life to where it becomes an invasion of my whole life, then I begin to see you high and lifted up in every area. And that's when I come to the place where I pour it out to you. May my entire life, God, be a drink offering, pouring it out to you. Father, there are those here today that, whether unknowingly or even knowingly, have held on to something. It's about me. These kids are about me. God, may today be the day we see that we've had it wrong, that it's not about us at all. It's about you. And so we take our hands off and we pour out in evidence of the holiness. I love you, God. Give us kingdom vision, Lord. Give us 3D vision to not just see what we see every day, but we begin to see it the way you see it. And we begin to see the tops of the balsam trees as the army of God passes through before us. God, may my life be marked by the supernatural of God. Just quietly, reverently, while Terry prays, I want to give you a chance to respond. I give you a chance to come and pour it out to the Lord. I'm not twisting your arm. Don't do it if it's not the real thing, but if it is, do that. here a little bit. Listen to the water being poured. Don't miss a second of this. Thank you, God. Thank you, God.
do a 180